0, 1. Let's get started.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ball Don't Lie, where whether I'm right or wrong, the ball doesn't lie. Today, we're going to go over all of the trades that have happened in the UFL this past week in anticipation for Week 5 of the UFL. We are almost halfway there through the season already, and things are heating up. So, I have all the trades right here in my phone. We're going to go over them. I'm going to give you my grades. I'm going to give you my reactions, and then I'll break it up. Go follow us on TikTok. I'm going to try and get people on TikTok to follow us here. And then tomorrow night, draft night, we will be on Twitch. Same account name, Ball Don't Lie. Go ahead and make sure you watch. It'll be good. First trade I got is the DC Defenders and the Louisville Kings, in which DC gets quarterback Jason Bean from Louisville, and Louisville will get quarterback Mike DeLilio. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. This was a few days ago. Bean has 819 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interceptions, and 63 rushing yards to go with that. So he's a good option guy. I know when I was there in week 2 for the Orlando Storm game, I was scared of him running the option. I was surprised they didn't do that more with him. Which I thought he was a good quarterback. I didn't think he was bad. Even in college, he's a decent quarterback. So, it's not really, for me, a backup for backup trade. It seems like maybe Louisville wants to go a different direction with quarterback, or maybe DC wants to be aggressive, and that's where I'm kind of leaning. I don't know who initiated the trade, but I do know that DC just upgraded their quarterback room, as if they had to anyways, with Ta'amu at quarterback, which already ridiculous. And now you get Bean, so now you can rotate them on 3rd and 3s if you're across the 50, because you can't punt once you're across the 50. So 3rd and 3, do an option play. You get knocked back a few yards, you don't gain a few yards, then you put Ta'amu in there, and he'll go ahead and sling the ball to where it needs to go. For Louisville, I don't know what you're doing. You just come off your first win in franchise history, and then you want to trade away your quarterback like that. Who am I to tell you what to do, man? But I wouldn't be doing that. Trade number 2 is the Birmingham Stallions and the Orlando Storm. This one I am so happy about. You have no idea. Okay, so backstory. We started out with 2 quarterbacks on our roster, Jack Plummer and DTR. I wanted DTR to start, but after seeing Plummer in week 1, I was pretty confident in him. And then, week 2 definitely had some struggles, and I was one of the few chanting DTR because I wanted him to see more of him. But I'm starting to see why Anthony Becht wants him over DTR, and it's because of the experience and the knowledge required. Plummer's been in the world of football a lot longer than DTR, and DTR is flashy, he's quick, he can sling it, but at the end of the day, when you have a coach like Becht who knows what type of quarterback he needs for his offense, you're going to want a guy that's experienced. And there's just been so many throws that he's made in very, very close windows, and I think that's why Plummer is the starter and not DTR. Maybe the accuracy is different, but anyways, Birmingham gets Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Orlando gets Matt Corral and Amani Bledsoe. Now, Corral in the first 4 games has had 768 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, which the 4 interceptions part may sound bad, but that game in against St. Louis was just ridiculous. It was crazy back and forth. But you also don't get the production, the offensive production that you got without Matt Corral. For me, I think this trade is crazy. And we're going to talk about this trade a lot more later on in the video. So, and we're going to be talking about the UFL for most of the season. I, however, will be leaving before the last week for basic combat training for the National Guard. But I will be back. I'll have my friend post some stuff here and there. It'll be fun. Once I come back, we'll be in the full swing of football season. UFL rumors for next year. We should be getting relocation news too by the time I come back, mid-September. So it'll be fun. So Amani Bledsoe is also someone that the the Storm got. He has 13 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 tackle for loss in 4 games. And this was my favorite part of the trade. Like, losing DTR, having a good backup kind of sucked, but we're getting Matt Corral and Amani Bledsoe, one of the Stallions' best, if not the best, defensive tackles. I mean, we kind of walked away with a great haul right there, if you're asking me. And the thing, I saw someone post on TikTok describe this trade in NFL terms, and it was Dak Prescott for what was it? It was Dak Prescott for Colt. No, I couldn't remember, but it was Dak Prescott, like trading Dak Prescott for Daniel Jones and Dexter Lawrence, something like that. They, to me, it was crazy that they actually did this. But so some of my points is that the formula for Birmingham is just not good as is, and I don't think DTR can help it that much. Sure, you got players like Deion Kane who you can sling the ball to, but I don't think AJ McCarron is just set to be a coach. The offensive play calling sucks, and that may not be on him, but at the end of the day, you're the coach. You're going to catch some heat, right? Some heat. But subbing Matt Corral out while you're down in a 2-score game, and may I remind you that the UFL has way more chances for scoring more points than any other league in football, right? And you want to bench Matt Corral in the middle of the 3rd quarter thinking that your backup quarterback is going to do good? I mean, when they benched him, I immediately knew, like, oh, we get the win. Because he's not a bad quarterback in my eyes. He's not a bad quarterback. Is he NFL worthy? Hell no. But is he a good UFL quarterback? Yes. He's been in the league for a while. He's been on championship teams. I know he didn't start in the championship game for the Stallions. I believe that was Adrian Martinez, but he's a good player, and I think that this is too big of a swing for Birmingham, where they think they need someone flashy like DTR, but in reality, it's just going to hurt them and bite them in the rear. And then we have one more trade. This was last night that I saw it. The Dallas Renegades and St. Louis Battlehawks. This one is probably the coolest and smartest trade out of them all. St. Louis is going to get quarterback Spring King Luis Perez, and Dallas is going to get tackle Corey Stewart. And this is really, really good. 2025, he had 2,294 passing yards with a league-high 71.6 completion rate, 9 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. And Stewart has appeared in every game for St. Louis this year. I don't know much about him, so I can't comment. But if he's a starter for 4 games, you're definitely going to be losing some good amount of protection. And I think the Battlehawks also overreacted. Although this was a smart trade, because the Spring King is a very good football player, very good quarterback, very intelligent, and throws the ball better than anyone else. And I was very surprised that he didn't get the start in Dallas, so I don't know if something happened, something with his play dropped, I don't know, but I know that they have a good quarterback. I believe he's starting on Saturday against the Orlando Storm, so I'm a little bit worried, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll still end up getting the win. So yeah. So my quick verdicts, I think Orlando wins the trade against Birmingham. I think Orlando gets a A or B plus for the trade, and Birmingham I'm giving a C just because it was a trade not needed. And we'll talk about that soon. I think DC wins the trade against Louisville. I give Louisville like a C or a D, and I give DC a B. Like, no team, they both really didn't need to make this trade, but it happened. And then I think St. Louis will probably win in the short term, but maybe in the long term we might pan out and see how the Renegades line holds up, and how the St. Louis Battlehawks line holds up. You know, if St. Louis takes a hit at their offensive line and it just steadily drops, more sacks, Luis Perez possibly gets hurt, then we can go back and say that they lost. But yeah, So I really like that the UFL is allowing these types of trades to go through. I like what they're doing. And then I saw this on Instagram today. It was crazy. If I can find it. So this is pretty crazy. I just found it. This is from Perion Winfrey of the Stallions, and he tweeted this. He actually tweeted this on April 19th, but I just found out about it. Saying, sorry, Stallions Nation, that staff ain't it. I'd rather work out at home than deal with that madness. Giddy up. Good luck this season. And he's not the only one. Apparently, everyone is upset with AJ McCarron because he traded away Matt Corral. And I think he didn't take that into consideration, that Matt Corral kind of built a culture with the Stallions. I'm still shocked. I mean, obviously I'm happy that we still get to have a good backup. You get Plummer and you get DTR, and then you go from Plummer to Corral. Worst case scenario, Plummer gets hurt, or maybe he doesn't pan out for the rest of the season. He starts to fall off. Then you just go back. So yeah, I think that is a pretty good, decent trade. I think the UFL is definitely going to be better. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you like, comment, share. Make sure you follow us on social media. We're trying to build this from the ground up so that it can be something great one day. It's a startup, so it's going to take time, but every like helps. Every follow helps. And if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Maybe we can debate it out. But at the end of the day, the truth lies in the ball, because the ball don't lie.